Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Today I am jumping on to do a live stream covering the Bitcoin crash. It is what it is, guys. Call a spade a spade. We had a little crash, albeit it wasn't a huge one, but wanted to make sure and go over what I'm seeing and reassure you guys with where support is and where I think this is going. And is this the bear market? Big question. So if you guys like what you see, please subscribe, like the video, follow me on Twitter also under Duck Cryptologist. And I'm also on TradingView where I post all my charts. So let's dig in. So as you can see here, I'm on the daily chart and I have highlighted with this green arrow the area of focus that I want you guys to see. So we had this nice run up and we hit all-time highs a couple of times. On this first run up, we passed the all-time high over here. And then we had a huge correction right after that, all the way back down to 56. Then we had another all-time high, and now we're experiencing another correction. So from top to the bottom of the correction, we're looking about 16%. From top to where we're at now, about the same level of a correction, 15-16%. Are we done? Is this all that we're going to experience? And then are we about to moon from here? All questions worth asking. So if we look back to the last run up from earlier this year, started from the end of last year, you can see a similar pattern that started to form. We had a run up here, and then let me drop this down here. So we had a run up here, a large correction, 3 higher highs, and then the lower low that brought us down to the long summer, many months of consolidation, accumulation before this last run up. So, a couple things. One, are we going to experience this type of move and then a rounded top and do it all over again? Well, right now we've got 1 and 2, and that would be over here. So you could argue that we could have another extension above here and then start rounding back down and have another distribution period. Or if you look back in 2017, this was actually what happened right before the all-time high, and we mooned. So we had the all-time high set and then got above it again, corrected, and then went back and didn't look back from there. So if you look back here, 2017, all right, 2017, we had a correction right after we hit the all-time highs, went back down, found support on this last high, and then boom, we're gone, right? Off to the races. But oh wait, rounded double top, corrected underneath the new all-time high back over here in January 2017. And from here, you might have thought, well, we're about to enter a new bear market. But we found a bounce off of the lower areas of support where it had consolidated from here. And that's when we shot up. And now 1200, 1300 is a blip in the radar. So all that being said, there's definitely 2 possible scenarios. And I'm all about showing you both sides. I don't want to be a moon boy. I don't want to just show you the path to the moon always, because there could be a scenario where we have a major correction, and that's what I wanted to show you. Where do I think we're about to go from here? What are the scenarios? So I have a few different indicators pulled up to highlight a support base. And if you look over here, so we were trading above the middle Bollinger Band since we broke out above it in the 44,000 range. When we broke out of what you could call a bull flag here, and we also bounced off the bottom of the Bollinger Band, broke out of the bull flag, traded and closed above the middle band here, and then boom, we shot off to the races. So then from there, we got to the top of the range. We traded at the top of the range of the Bollinger Bands for a minute, and we also closed, we closed above the 50 EMA, and then on that same pump above the bull flag, we closed above the 50 MA. So there was a super bullish move right here that was a big indication of the move that we just experienced all the way to new highs. But now, level-headed, you have to look at it and say, okay, so we've now dropped below the middle band, and what did we just do? We tagged the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. We tagged, we tagged another indicator that I follow, Super Trend, and we also tagged both the 50 MA and just below the 50 EMA. So there is a lot of confluence with support here in this area at 58,000, and more precisely 58.5, right? And it coincides also with this last drawdown here on the daily closes perfectly. And there's also here a rejection point that now is shown as support. So to me, guys, this is a major level. And I do also have a green line here drawn that you can see was a top here on that first run up. It acted as resistance here, here, and here. On the weekly, though, is where I was able to draw this. So I wanted to show you that. So if you look here, sorry, deleted the green box on that last one. All right, so you can see here there was a top that was resistance, 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 and then both closes were below this resistance, which is now, boom, perfectly acting as support. Also, with all those indicators, those moving averages, acting as support as well. So there's a lot of reason to believe that we could hold this line here in the sand and boom, shoot off from here. Okay, I mean, it's very possible that this is what's going to propel us to 100K that a lot of people are projecting. But there could be a flip side to this, and it's good to be prepared for both so that you are able to mitigate your risk both ways and have proper risk management when you are entering into a trade. Now, long-term investing, you may not look for so precisely where it's going to drop, but maybe start dollar cost averaging in from this level. So, you might buy in right now in the event that we have found a bounce area that we're going to propel forward from. And then when we pass this level and close on the next daily, buy a little bit more. But know that this level is a huge level that if invalidated, if we fall below and close on a high time frame below this, high probability from there is we're going to be headed towards, and this is my next theory on the bears getting in control here, would be that we fall probably to this last swing high over here on this first move up where we corrected. Also has some confluence here with some other rejection points that acted as resistance that turned into support here, and then resistance here, and then so there's a little area here, and I'm going to zoom in now on another chart and show you that between this area I think we could find some support, 53, 54, Also to note, we were rising in an ascending wedge. The yellow lines are really more of what I saw as the true, ascending wedge closes. Here we had multiple closes right on the bottom support line, another one here, close here, and then two up top. Now this white line is on the wicks, and there were multiple touches here. 1, 2, 3, and then got real close here, closed right below it, and then crash. The horizontal levels to watch here, definitely on the 12 hour, you can see this was a major resistance area that honestly, guys, when we bounced here off support and we closed right above it, I thought that this could be the move that's going to send us to above and beyond. And we weren't going to fall back as soon as we did here. I really thought that we had the momentum here. But this did happen, I believe, on the weekend. And on the weekend, there's low volume, a lot of manipulation. And unfortunately, it was invalidated or rejected at the top of this wedge. And we had this morning star pattern here. And boom, reversal. And then we quickly fell below this support base here and this one here. So now we're in between a low time frame support and low time frame resistance. So basically, guys, if we fall below, if we can't close in this week, can't get back up here above 63.5, the likelihood, and especially if we close back below 60K, in my mind, the odds are we're gonna get a nice drop to the bottom of this wedge, which coincides with this support level over here, and it's gonna be about 54 to 53, and it's gonna start looking more like this drop over here when we fell out of the ascending wedge. That we were in for a while, and the moment we closed out, we had a little dead cat bounce, a little relief rally here, and got rejected at one of the horizontal was support and then acted as resistance levels, and boom, we had the huge drop. I think it was a 10K candle. Yep, from here, let's see, 15% drop from there, and then we followed through and really had a major correction after that. So guys, be prepared. These are levels to watch.